Hello, mathematicians. Are you ready to do maths with me? Shall we sing our maths song? I love maths, yes I do. I love maths, how about you? We love maths, yes we do. We love maths and we're ready to. Okay, so our star words today are tens, ones. I want to see you doing your actions. Tens, ones, part, whole, part, whole. Subtraction, and that means take away, doesn't it? Subtraction, addition, and my special star word today, we've been doing the column method, we know that. My special star word today, my turn then your turn, inverse, your turn. Inverse, your turn. Inverse is a new word, isn't it? And it means when we are doing the opposite in maths. So, and I'll explain this a bit further, but subtraction is the opposite of addition, okay? Because with addition, you are getting the two parts and you are putting them together, and with subtraction, you are getting the whole and you are breaking it into two parts. You're taking one of the parts away. Okay guys, we're going to do our warm-up again. Grab yourself a spare piece of paper and a pencil and press pause until you've got them. Ready. 15 take away 6. Quickly, 15 in your head. Take away 6. What is it? 15 take away 11. 15 take away 11. 17 take away 10. That's easy. We can take the 10 out of the tens column. 17 take away 10. 15 take away 14. That's easy actually. If you count up from 14, what's the difference? How many would be left? 16 take away 16. Easy peasy. How many would be left if we took away 16 from 16? 18 take away 17. I think this level's too easy for you. 18 take away 17. How many would be left? 13 take away 5. You can count backwards. 13. 5 fingers up. 13. 19 take away 7. What's the difference there? How many would be left? 19 take away 17. 20 take away 6. If you know your number bonds, this is very easy. What would be 10 take away 6? And add another 10. 18 take away 13. What's the difference there? Remember, you can count up from 13 to 18. Okay, are you ready to check your answers? Question 1, what did you get? 15 take away 6, the answer is 9. Question 2, what did you get? 15 take away 11, you should have got 4. Question 3, 17 take away 10, that was too easy, wasn't it? 7. 15 take away 4, that was too easy. And 16 take away 16, that was really easy for us. Question 6, 18 take away 17, what did you get? 1. Question 7, 13 take away 5, what did you get? Should be 8. Question 8, 19 take away 17, should be 2. 20 take away 6. I'll be really proud of you if you got this one right, because this is linked to our number bonds. 6 and what makes 10, and then we need another 10 to make 20. So 4, and another 10 makes 14. And 18 take away 13. Let's count up from 13 to 18 and see what we think it might be. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I can see 5 fingers on my hand. Aha! It was 5. How many did you get out of 10 this time? Did you get better than last time? Okay, let's see what we are doing today. Okay, today, like I've said, we're going to look at the inverse, but I'm going to explain that a little bit further first. The reason we have the inverse in maths is so that we can check our answers, really. So today we're going to be checking answers of sums using the inverse. So, there are different ways of checking answers. This girl here, so she was doing the problem. There are 6 blue cars and 3 silver cars in a car park. There are 9 cars altogether, and she needed to check if 9 was the correct answer for the total. So what did she decide to do? She said, I can draw a picture to help me check. And this is really useful sometimes when your book has been marked, you pick it up from school, or when you're in the classroom and you get it back the next day. Look at your work, because your teachers always mark it, and we might say, oh, check this one please, and often that's because there's been a little mistake rather than a big mistake. So this girl's drawn a picture to help her check her work. So it says 6 blue cars. She drew 6 blue cars. It said 3 silver cars. She drew 3 silver cars. And then she could count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the answer is correct. Good girl. Then this boy, he's done the same problem. But he's checking it in a different way. He's checking it with his maths objects. So he's got a 10 frame, and he's actually using counters, putting counters on the 10 frame. In the same way that the girl did, he's got 2 different colours to check his answers. So it says 6 blue cars, and he got 6 counters of one colour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then he 3 silver cars, he got a different colour, 1, 2, 3, and he was right as well. There's 9 altogether. So that was a great way to check his work. But there is another easy way as well, and I've maybe hinted to this, but we've not fully focused on it. So we know, don't we, that when we're adding, we are finding what the 2 parts are when they're put together. So we will have one part and another part, and we will find the whole. And when we're doing a takeaway, we get the whole. We will take away one part to find the missing part, don't we? And so because we know that, if we're doing a takeaway or an add calculation and we want to check that it's correct, we can do the other one, and if we get what we started with, then our answer is correct. I'll explain. So, for example, let's look at this one here. It says 15 is 7 add 8. So that's 15 is the whole, because it's the biggest number, and the parts are 7 add 8. So he is saying that 7 add 8 is equal to 15. Yes? So then, if I take away 7 from 15, I should be left with 8. So that's a way to check it. So let me see how I can do this. I need a 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 15, isn't it? And I'm going to take away 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice that I've taken 2 off the 10. Using your number bonds, 2 and what makes 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 and 8 makes 10. So it is correct. 7 and 8 make 10, make 15. 15 take away 7 equals 8. And that means that 15 take away 8 equals 7. We don't need any other numbers, just the whole and the 2 parts. So we know that 15 is 7 add 8. And also, that would make 8 add 7 15, because it's the same 2 parts making the whole, isn't it? Now, we've also checked that 15 take away 8 is equal to 7, and 15 take away 7 is equal to 8, because again, the whole, take away one part, we would be left with the other. This is a part whole model, but in a different way. Is a bar model, part whole model. And what you can see there is that when I've put this 7 and 8 together, they're the same size as the 15. And so when I add 7 and 8, they're the same as the 15. If I take away the 8, I would be left with 7. If I take away the 7, I would be left with 8. So 15 equals 7 add 8, yes. 15 equals 8 add 7, yes. 8 take away 7 equals 15. Right, I might just check that because I'm not sure. Doesn't sound correct, does it? It's got the same 3 numbers, but what is wrong with this one? When we do a takeaway, which number should be at the beginning? The whole or one of the parts? It should be the whole, shouldn't it? It should be, and you'll know it's the whole because it'll be the biggest number. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take away 7. 1, 2. I know it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only one left. This is not correct. 15 take away 8, however. We've already done this, haven't we? 15 take away 8. It's not hiding the 8. 15 take away 8 is 7. Yes, that's right. So I'm taking away this one. I'm still left with this one. Okay, so can you see how I checked the work there using the inverse? The inverse means that take away is the opposite to add. So if my 2 parts equal this answer, then if I take away 1 part from this answer, I should be left with what I start with. Okay, if I start with the whole and I take away 8 to get 7, then a way of checking that 7 is the right answer is to add 8 back on, and I should get back to where I started, which is 15. Let's have a look at our number bonds here. Like I said, number bonds can be helpful. 10 is 7 and... Can you remember our video? Can I count on you? 7 and 3. Which means that 20 is still 7 add 3, but 7 add 3 makes 10, and 10 add 10 makes 20, so I need another 10 in the ones column. In the tens column, sorry. And this one is exactly the same question, guys. It's just backwards. So 10 is 2 and, that's right. And then 20 is 12 and 8. Because as you see, there's the 2 and the 8, but the extra 10 is there. Yeah? I'm just going to rub this one out because it's actually asking us something else now. So it says 13 add 4 equals 17. 13 add 4 equals 17. Point at the whole. The whole is 17, that's right. So again, I put that there. You can choose your preferred part-whole model, the round one or the bar model. And the parts are 13 and 4. The parts are 13 and 4. Ooh, okay. Have a look at this one then. I've got 7, 8 and 15. And 15, 8 and 7. They're both saying equals. Which one of these calculations do you think is the subtraction, and which one do you think is the addition? So let's have a think about that. In an addition, is the whole, the largest number, at the beginning, or is it the answer? And in a subtraction, is the whole the largest number at the beginning, or is it the answer? Yeah? Pause the video and have a think, work it out, and then we'll check our answer. Okay, so I've just drawn a little example here. 15 is the whole. If I've got 7 and 8 and it makes 15, what am I doing? Am I doing a subtraction or an add? I'm adding the two parts together, aren't I? And if I've got 15 and then add 8, I wouldn't get 7, would I? I'd get a bigger number. But if I've got 15 and I take away 8, like this, I'd be left with 7. That would be the answer. So that is a subtraction. Can you see how it's the same numbers, but in a different order? They're back to front. If we do addition or subtraction, it swaps it around. Okay, try with this one then. We've got 50, 20 and 70. The numbers are 50, 20 and 70. Where would the equals sign be? To be honest, sometimes we do them back to front, don't we? Sometimes we do them here. I think for this example, I'm going to ask you to do them at the back. Okay, so 50, 20, they're the parts, aren't they? So I've got 50 and 20. I put them together to make 70. What am I doing? I'm adding them together. And if I've got 70, and I do something with the 20 to be left with 50, I'm taking away the 20 to be left with 50, aren't I? So it's a takeaway. Now I'm going to show you how this relates to our column subtraction, because this is obviously a way that we're getting really confident with using. So here it says 19 take away 6 equals 13. And basically what my job is to check that that answer is correct. So the subtraction is 19 take away 6 equals 13. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if 13, if I add the 6 back on, would it be equal to 19? If it isn't equal to 19, then I've obviously not done the subtraction quite right and I need to check it. If it is equal to 19, then the answer is correct. So 13 add 6. Now I could do this with my maths subjects. I could draw it, or I could do it on my fingers. I could do 13 in my head and 6 on my fingers, couldn't I? So I'm going to show you maybe a bit of both. Let's see, so I've got 13 is 110 and 1, 2, 3 ones. And I'm going to add back on 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see, 13, 13 in my head, 6 on my fingers. I've got 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, which means I am correct. Fantastic. This is a little bit tricky, so don't forget to email your teachers, email me if you need a bit of help with this and I can try and explain it further, or you can go back and watch the video just to make sure that you understood. What I want you to do, if you are green group, you will find this sheet in your learning pack. I want you to glue it into your maths book or copy it into your maths book. So the first thing, if you're going to copy, you must do is copy the title, Friday the 5th of February, LO, you don't have to write learning objective, you can write LO, to find the inverse. Write that at the top of your page and underline it with a ruler. And then, if you were going to copy it out, you wouldn't have to copy all this out, but you would need to copy, so you'd copy out these calculations. And then it says tick the box that the calculations are the inverse of each other. So you need to check them, and if they're correct, you would tick it and cross it if it's incorrect. So for example, let me just go back to here. I did it, didn't I? 15 was 7 add 8. It was 8 add 7. 15 take away 8 was equal to 7. But then this one wasn't correct. 8 take away 7 is not equal to 15, because we know when we do a takeaway, the big number's at the front. So I gave it a cross. That's what I'm asking you to do. Be suspicious if there's a different number in there as well. Don't be tricked. If there's a new number in that wasn't in the first calculation, that's suspicious. And then this one, you're using the part whole models to fill in the facts. So the whole is 16, the facts are 6 and 10. The parts are 6 and 10. The whole is 18, the parts are 13 and 5. The whole here is 15. The parts are the black counters and the white counters. And then it says, can you write an inverse calculation using the numbers 19, 11 and 8? Draw as many models as you can. So you could choose to draw part whole models, you could choose to draw a bar model, You could choose to draw 10 frame. You could choose to draw your deans and cross them out to show one of the parts. And also, please do the inverse calculation, so there will be an add and there will be a subtraction to do using these numbers. If you have this sheet, so I think that's yellow, red and orange with some variation, there might be some looking a bit different, but they have this mounting on. And what it's saying is, as I have told you, that the addition, it's almost like climbing a mountain, right? So you start with one part, you add another part, and you get the whole. So to check that that hole's correct, you just go down the other side. You start with the whole, take away the part that you first added, and you should get to where you started, the part that you started with. These calculations, they might be right and they might be wrong. There might be some trying to trick you in there. So let me just see if this is big. I want you to stick this in your book or copy it. So if you're copying it, you write the title, Friday the 5th of February, LO, to find the inverse. And then you don't need to copy the mountain, don't worry about that. You do need to copy the calculations, and then you don't need to copy this box, you'll just tick or cross them. So let me show you the box now. It says 37 add 7 is equal to 43. Now that might be correct, it might be incorrect. I'm going to use the inverse to help me find out if it's correct. So 43, take away 7, find what it's equal to. I'm going to do it with a column subtraction. So let me just show you how I would lay this out in my book. I would copy the title, of course, and then I would copy this one. So it says 30, one number per box, remember, 37 add 7 is equal to 43. And I'm going to tick or cross it there if it's incorrect. To help me, I'm going to do the inverse. The inverse is 43. Remember, I'm reading it backwards. 43 take away 7 is equal to, and I want to check that it's equal to 37. Might or might not be. And don't forget, my easiest way of doing it might be different. So column method if you can. If your easiest way of doing it is the number line, do that. If your easiest way is your maths objects, please use those. So I'm going to do the column addition because it helps me and it's quite quick. Remember, use a ruler to draw your lines. 3 take away 7, I can't do it. I'm going to need to borrow one from here. So I've got 4 tens, but 3 is in the tens column and 1 is in the ones column. 13 take away 7. So I've got 13 in my head, 7 on my fingers, 13. I'm going to put my fingers down when I say the name. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Ooh, I don't think that's going to be correct, you know. 6, and then 3 take away nothing is 3. So the answer is 36. 36. So 37 add 7 can't be equal to 43 because 43 take away 7 is equal to 36, which means that 36 add 7 is equal to 43, and that's one more. So that's a cross for you. Then I would copy out my next one. Okay, just like that. So you might need to do a column subtraction. I would probably put my column subtraction there actually. Okay, so leave a space to do your cross or your tick, and then maybe a bit over there, so you've got them all in line together. Then leave a space, you'll do your next row. Okay, does that make sense? Good luck. Email me if you need any help. You're all wonderful superstars. I hope to see as many of you as I can at 12:30 today. Bye.